What makes a tornado outbreak in the middle of the United States different from one in the southeastern states? That's what scientists participating in the third year of the field experiment known as VORTEX Southeast want to know. The crew is focused on studying the unusual weather conditions in this part of the country.
You know, in general, a tornado is a tornado. But what's really different in the southeast U.S. is the kind of storms that form the tornadoes and the processes that happen in those storms. So we've looked at the supercell storms in the plains for 30 years, and we have a pretty good idea of how those tornadoes form. But if you look at storms in the southeast, they aren't supercells. They're completely different. The tornadoes form very quickly and very unexpectedly, and often from clusters or lines of storms instead of isolated storms.
2018 will bring opportunities for researchers to look at storms from multiple angles, including from NOAA's P3 Hurricane Hunter aircraft.
This year in VORTEX Southeast, we're going to have a radar on the ground. We'll have 2 mobile Doppler radars near that radar. We'll have an airborne Doppler radar flying back and forth. And each of those radars looks at the storm from a different angle. And when you piece together that information from the various angles, you can come up with a 3-dimensional wind flow through the whole storm and find out how it's causing tornadoes.
What the researchers learn and combining it with data they've collected the past 2 years will help improve forecasts in this area of the country where tornadoes can be difficult to detect and as a result, more deadly. For more on VORTEX Southeast, check us out online and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
From truck to terrain, each takes less than 5 minutes to put in place. But every one of those minutes matter, since the team of Texas Tech researchers setting up these stick nets will be racing against a severe storm.
We get out ahead, we'll pull one of the probes out, and it has a separate data acquisition box that we need to pull out, and also a battery box. We'll stake it into the ground, we'll hook up all the wiring, turn it on, and get out of the way.
Stick nets are just one set of instruments Texas Tech is taking on the road. It's part 2 of the verification of the origin of rotation in tornadoes experiment Southeast, or VORTEX SE, and Texas Tech is again participating in the congressionally mandated project.
Congress decided we needed to pay some specific attention to the southeastern tornado problem. Specifically, what features are unique to the southeast that influence tornadoes.
VORTEX SE runs from March until May. Chris Weiss, who's a principal investigator on the project, says it's centered around Huntsville, Alabama, along with 24 stick nets, which measure temperature, pressure, humidity, and wind. Texas Tech will also add its lightning mapping array sensors to the mix.
We're going to try to use these platforms to map out the specific the character of lightning strikes. So the size, the channel length. We'll try to use the characteristics of the lightning strike to learn more about the parent thunderstorm updraft, which those processes and how those affect the development. We're going to try to apply some of the things that we learned in the VORTEX 2 project, what influences tornado development. And we're going to try to apply these things specifically to the southeast, but also we're going to try to learn some new things about the southeastern environment. For example, the role of terrain in the development of tornadoes. We're going to try to understand some of the types of storms that produce tornadoes out there.
For Texas Tech Today, I'm Allison Hirth.
It's designed to be a mobile surface meteorological probe with several instruments. So what we have here in the top, front and center, is what's called a disdrometer. It measures rain and hail and snow and other types of precipitation particles, both their sizes and their fall speeds, and it counts them as they fall through this laser beam, infrared laser sheet of light that shines across here. So as a raindrop falls through there, cuts off the light, it's able to tell how quickly it fell through, what its size was, and how many of them fall through. And from that we can build up a picture of this distribution of sizes of rain and snow and hail and things. So in the VORTEX Southeast project, primarily going to be looking at the rain size distributions. Instruments, you have a sonic anemometer right here, pressure sensor. This is a fast and slow temperature and relative humidity. GPS and compass. So the compass is good so we can put it down whichever direction we want. We'll be able to tell what the wind direction is. And the GPS is, of course, so we know exactly where it is, so we can, when we use the data, look at the data later, we can tell where we collected it. And all of these data are transferred to inside this box, which has it's powered by a 12-volt deep cycle battery, so this will last 2 or 3 days on a single charge. And it collects data into a little micro SD card here, which every 10 seconds we get an integrated number of drops from this, from the Parseval distrometer, and every second all the other instruments are sending data. So it's very, very fast updates, lots of data.
Because the other one's got to fit in here too.
There we go. Boom. Okay.